So, nun komm. Da ist keiner drin, also da haben wir keinen Mehrwert. Da waren wir schon. Haben die beiden noch was zu erzählen? Nö. So, mal schauen, was wir hier haben.
For the love of God, stop crying. I'll do anything if you just stop.
Ah, das Baby. Das Baby.
Oh, sir, have mercy on a wretched soul like myself. Have you a spare penny? If not for me, for her. Please, sir.
Ich würde dir ja was geben. So, da ist nichts. Der Typ wird uns hier gleich wieder voll heulen, wie alle unzüchtig doch sind. Und dass die Kirche hinter... Ja.
Ask ye, brethren, is there none more guilty of God's wrath?
Guten Morning, mein Herr. I'm sorry to say you're out of luck. I'm just off to fetch a fresh peck this morning, though, if your stomach can wait. In a hurry? Not a problem, sir. Come back later if you fancy yourself a slapper plunge.
Hey, have you seen a missing ring, sir? Me look for it myself, but still no luck. You got a spare coin for old sailor, sir? The smell of the sir still clings to you, stranger. Think me a noble deed for the day, sir. A hound is a fine companion, sir. A good day to your boat.
Okay, der hat auch nichts Aktuelles. Dann gehen wir mal hier noch in die Kirche rein, bevor wir dann in die Kneipe hier drüben rübergehen.
Remember,
Och, der Typ.
popery and barbarism.
Klappe zu. Und rein da. Vielleicht weiß er ja hier hinten was. Nö. Der weiß auch nichts, also gehen wir jetzt in die Kneipe. Ich glaube, das ist der einzige Ort, wo wir... Da hätten wir wahrscheinlich vorher schon gehen sollen. Da werden alle sein. Alle drei, die wir suchen.
I ask ye, brethren, is there none more guilty of God's wrath than the Romanist?
Da ist der Rotschopf.
I smell it on him, Du Lac. He must be questioned.
Okay.
Can't you see I'm busy?
I wish to talk, Mr. Henshaw.
Is that so, Mr. Jenkins? Or is it Mr. Du Lac? Let me know which you prefer.
Sie riecht... Ach, das muss ich nochmal anschalten. Sie riecht diese Wolfsdingsbums da, ne?
You shall call me Sir.
Only one reason why a man chooses to lie about his name. When he seeks to hide something that will be damning to his character.
Get you another drink, Mr. Leach?
No, thank you, Mr. Waldron.
Now, isn't that interesting?
I visited Mr. Green earlier.
Feeling poorly, were you?
I was looking for something. A herb.
I have no interest in horticulture.
Not even monkshood.
His heart beats faster. He is scared.
Would you believe I found the very same thing at the site where Mrs. Chapman was slain?
You stop right there with your gross insinuations. I had nothing to do with that murder.
You shall pay for your crimes.
Crimes? It was just a stupid spell.
Mhm.
Let us remove your insides and see if you think it's stupid.
Du Lac, wait!
You sicken me.
All right, I confess. I used it, but it had nothing to do with Mrs. Chapman.
Then what?
The police. They hide the identity of the villain who spills blood on these streets. I've been trying to uncover this for some time, to no avail. The cocaine helps alleviate my frustration. It has on occasion been known to induce episodes. My mind becomes quite free, shall we say.
Ja.
It was during one such episode I came across the book on ancient spells.
Is that so?
Ludicrous to believe such claptrap, I know. But words have tremendous power, sir.
As does cocaine.
Indeed. Anyway, I awoke thinking it a dream, so set about to infiltrate the constabulary by more traditional methods. Alas, even with the help of an accomplice, that proved fruitless also.
Were frustrations alleviated?
Quite profoundly. That is, when I recalled the spell and where I had secured the ingredients, buried deep in the lining of my overcoat.
The story does not end there. Continue.
It will come as no surprise to hear the spell did not work. Far from rendering me invisible, I was exposed like a freak, chanting Latin, holding that crap in my hand. Worst of all, Aberline saw me. Men, he declared, behold the new journalism in all its glory. I can still hear their laughter now. Please, sir, you will not tell anyone, I beg you.
I think you have learnt your lesson, Mr. Henshaw. Your secret is safe with me.
Thank you, Mr. Jenkins.
We should pay Whittox a visit and find this book.
What do you make of his charge against the police?
Du Lac, I fear that man's mind is a labyrinth of nonsense from which no amount of thread could help one escape.
Wir können auch mal mit ihm
Do
reden.
you fancy yourself an amateur detective, Mr. Jenkins? Well, you and I are very much alike, it seems.
You think you'll be looking to lodge for a while? It's good to have some consistency around here.
Okay, ich muss mit ihr auf alle Fälle laufen. Definitiv. Brauche ich aber nicht mehr. Doch, brauche ich noch. Ich muss hier nicht langlaufen, oder? Wunderbar.
I ask ye, brethren, is there none more guilty of God's wrath than the Romanist,
Der hat
or
nichts.
indeed
Du
the
komm.
Jew? For each mutilated
Du komm doch. Wir können, glaube ich, mal kurz mit ihm reden.
The shop appears to be a success.
The customers like Mr. Green at the very least. I've got relatives nearby. 7 Elms they are. Although folks seem intent on calling them sisters.
Okay, mit dem kann man gar nicht reden. So, weiter auf Schnupperkurs. Sie wird die Kräuterkundige sein.
I shall be with you presently.
Neugier ist die Katze. Was ist das?
Look, it falls open in the exact spell Leech spoke of.
What does it say?
Burn 3 leaves of monkshood and conceal the ash within a piece of snakeskin. Recite the words, delere te ipsum.
The ingredients are incorrect. It's the seed of the monkshood, not the flower, and the words are wrong too. I have yet to come across one of these books that isn't the work of a complete fraud.
Let us hope it stays that way.
Welcome to Whittock's Wonders, sir. Your timing could not be more propitious. I have just returned in possession of the most exquisite item.
'Tis indeed a fine work.
Why does she look familiar?
I believe this to be the very painting upon which Rossetti himself founded the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood.
Of course! It's Nimue!
Oh, God. Mother!
Sir?
Doesn't leave much to the imagination, does it?
Yes, she was the mother of Sir Lancelot.
Why, my good man, you have an interest in the tales of Camelot?
Geringfügig. Mehr als Sie glauben, bin ich da etwa kein Engländer? Ah.
Who could not and still call themselves an Englishman?
Marvelous. I never tire of it. There is more passion and life in those old stories than one would ever find in this day and age.
Mayhap there are other paintings I could see? Quickly?
Why, here are 2 more. An Arthurian aficionado could surely tell me the names of those so beautifully rendered upon the canvas.
Merlin? Oh. Eine geheime Liebschaft, die ans Licht gekommen ist. Ah. König Artus und Merlin.
Ah. This one depicts King Arthur and his trusted aide, Merlin.
Very good, sir.
They never get Merlin right, do they?
He is somewhat older.
And paler.
I imagine the dutiful wizard offering sage counsel to a troubled king.
Pig-headed fools, the pair of them.
Da können wir nur untersuchen. Hier.
Why, it is Lancelot, Lady Guinevere.
Too easy, sir. Now I come to think of it, has anyone ever said you bear more than a striking resemblance to the illustrations
Aber nur
of a
äußerlich,
certain
nur
Knight
äußerlich.
of the Table Round?
Often, although artists of late are fond of portraying Lancelot with dark hair.
I think it gives him a certain rugged charm. Whereas you, sir, embody the classic look. He is one of the more flawed characters, I believe.
Oh, terribly flawed.
Feisty one, isn't she? I think it is precisely Lancelot's shortcomings that make his character so sympathetic to today's readers. At once both driven by his passion for Guinevere, but also an unwavering duty to his king.
There was no passion for Guinevere. A knight would never forsake his code.
Oh, no, of course not. You are quite right. The consequence of Guinevere's transgressions is a parable many women of today would do well to heed.
I have the sudden urge to loose my bladder on this man's leg.
Earlier, it was not my intent to offend, sir. Throughout time, there have been many reinterpretations of the original texts. For example, it was said that Lady Guinevere was so consumed by her guilt, she took refuge at a convent for the remainder of her days. She swore to never see the noble knight again. As she became grey and neared death, Sir Lancelot made for the convent to see her one final time. But Guinevere was a lady of her word, and, upon hearing of the knight's intentions, the good queen prayed she'd die before his arrival. And so it was. As Lancelot arrived at the convent, he was informed of the queen's death. Lancelot died 6 weeks afterwards, heartbroken. Fascinating, don't you think?
I have kept you long enough. Good day.
It was a pleasure, sir. Please do come again.
Da stimmt doch die Hälfte nicht. So, dann machen wir uns hier weiter auf den Weg. Ist der hier vielleicht bei der Polizei zu finden? Aber ich glaube nicht. Nee. Du. Wir finden aber auch echt nichts, ja? Nun komm, ich will da raus. So, jetzt.
Join me, brothers and sisters!
Was? Wer hat denn da gebrüllt eben? Ach, guck mal, er ist wieder da. Aber mit dem können wir nicht reden. Hier ist doch gar nichts. Finde den Fremden mit dem besonderen Messer. Das ist gar nichts.
Join me, brothers and sisters! Educate yourselves and you shall be free! You there, sir! Please join me in educating our brothers and sisters, in freeing their innocent hearts from the bloody chains that bind them.
Ha! And how is it that you intend for us to break these chains?
With words, sir. Why, they have more power than any weapon.
Okay, wenn sie es sagt. Okay, mit der können wir überhaupt nicht sprechen. weiß ich nicht, wo wir hin können. So, vielleicht die Blumentante da hinten? Die beiden Damen hier vorne?
Now, here's a fine gentleman. Interest you in some splendid baked goods, sir? One for the dog, perhaps, sir? I bet she can smell 'em. Can I tempt her? Still warm from the oven, sir. Have a smell. A man of fine taste, by the looks of things, sir. Perfect for an Hopkins muffin. You have a good day now, sir.
Na, ich gehe mal nochmal zu Fuß zu ihr. Ah, warte mal.
Can I pet your dog, sir?
Nö.
That is not for me to grant.
But you can make her.
No, he cannot.
Would being forced to do something against your will make you happy?
No, it wouldn't.
Then why wish it upon others?
You're right, sir. I'm sorry, dog.
You are wise for your years. Not all accept they are wrong when told.
I do try, sir. It's a hard life being a businesswoman. You've got to be sharp.
Yes. Well, we must be gone, child.
I ought to get back to oranges anyway. Bye, sir. Bye, dog. Does she know any tricks?
Wo müssen wir denn hin? So, ich guck mal jetzt hier, ob wir noch was finden, aber ich zweifle langsam.
I ask ye, brethren, is there none more guilty of God's wrath than the realm? Remember, popery and barbarism.
The scent leads you to that woman.
Without doubt, she carries a trace of monkshood. This must be her.
Okay.
For there was...
Rub this on your chest, morning and night. You get going now, dear. I'll be sure to find you later.
You are a healer, I see.
Don't know what you mean, sir. I was just passing something on to a friend. Good day to you.
Stay and speak with me, please. I know about your dealings at the chemist. The procurement of certain herbs.
Please, sir, I don't want no trouble.
And you shall have none unless you continue to lie.
I am a healer, as you say. Mostly I treat the unfortunate women you see around you. Like Betty, who you just saw. She has a terrible soreness in her joints. I was giving her something to help.
Do you deny using monkshood?
No, not at all, sir. I use aconite for quite a lot of things. Found it good for poultices. The women I see tend to have sores in rather delicate places.
Ach so, da.
I grasp your meaning.
I'm seeing a woman later who suffers. I could show you if you like.
No, thank you.
Please, sir. If that be all, I would like to be on my way.
You did not want to see the source, Du Lac? Most unlike you.
We have found 2 of those who bought the monkshood. One still eludes us.
Unsurprisingly.
Gloomy, even for you.
What do you suggest, Du Lac? That we search every immigrant in Whitechapel to see if he owns a strange... Tiberi?
A what?
Du Lac! Tiberi is here!
So she is.
Wait a minute. How long have you known?
Oh, a day or 2.
2?
My mind has been with other thoughts.
Coward!
I will not be goaded. If you mean to suggest I still have feeling for the lady, you are sorely mistaken. I have nothing to hide. Fine, we shall go at once.
Well, if it isn't my favorite bitch in the whole world.
You always could read my mind.
How long has it been?
Several hundred years, give or take a decade.
Not as long as I thought, then.
I would have come to see you sooner, but someone neglected to tell me of your presence.
Keeping me a secret, Lance? I'm hurt.
I doubt that, my lady. And please, I have grown no more fond of that name since last we met.
So, what brings you both to London?
We are here to find Merlin.
Oh. I feared you might indulge this fantasy again at some point.
You could help. It would be like old times.
Afraid not, dear friend. I have other business at hand.
We wouldn't want to drag the lady away from her crystal ball.
I take it you've heard nothing of the wizard?
Merlin or Ansar?
Do not play games. We speak of Merlin.
They are the same, Du Lac, whether you like it or not.
I will not accept a benevolent and wise man capable of such...
Suffering? Destruction?
It was Vesuvius brought death to Pompeii. Nothing more.
Ah, I believe they've recently begun excavating the city. Maybe there's a survivor we can ask.
Enough! I am not having this argument again.
I'm intrigued to know how the woman plays into all this.
What woman?
Precisely, what woman?
Welsh, red shawl, intent on finding that leather apron Lance sent her.
I did no such thing.
Maybe you don't remember. Your mind has been with other thoughts.
I am innocent.
There was something odd about her. I could sense her power.
Us as well. She's one of the visions, but we cannot fathom her significance yet.
I'm quite sad, really. I thought Lance was being all romantic and sending a go-between.
God, that is something he would do, isn't it?
Romance requires feeling. I have none anymore.
So you did once upon a time?
Yes, you infuriating woman, I loved you!
Eve, dear, it is only I. Am I intruding?
Not at all, Mrs. Billington. My visitors here were just leaving.
Anything you want to share?
I met Miss Kelly briefly in the Tembels. Barely exchanged 2 words. She may have expressed some interest in finding this leather apron.
If anything has happened to her, Du Lac, so help me.
I am not the damn woman's keeper.
My, Mrs. Billington, that is interesting. Could you kindly repeat it?
Mr. Billington was taking luncheon at Brooks when he overheard Commissioner Warren receiving word of the arrest.
Of Leather Apron?
Yes. There's been quite an upheaval on Lemon Street, apparently. Natives baying for blood. It does sound exciting.
So.
Sir, you'll never guess who they've gone and caught.
leather apron.
Oh, you know, well, folk here saying he were wearing the apron when they brought him in. Splattered with blood it was. And all his knives. Bet you didn't know that.
Does this man have a name?
Dunno, sir. I think he's a Jew, though, on account of the horrid names I've heard shouted.
Nothing good will come of this, boy. Leave while you can.
Yes, sir.
Mayhap we have found our immigrant with a strange knife.
I do not smell the monk's hood. I need to get inside.
The barricade prevents me. You are on your own, Fey.
What a pleasant change.
Aber das machen wir nicht mehr jetzt an der Stelle, sondern ich werde jetzt mich in die Horizontale begeben. Deswegen an der Stelle vielen, vielen, vielen Dank fürs Zusehen und wir sehen uns alsbald wieder. Mit Sicherheit. Bis dahin, euer Firefox.